actually
Let's see it.
I was 192.9 today.
Really?
Yeah.
You just gotta get a pump before posing, I guess, you know?
Oh, it's mandatory, bro. Dude, my physique just looks totally different with the chest ball.
What are you, 192 here?
192.9.
I feel like you're looking at like the 185 or so stage weight. Heavier than last year, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, dude, I feel way fuller. Really, my legs, like, do you think I'm too lean for being, like, this far out?
So ideally we like to, you've never really had to do like a typical prep with me, so for reference guys, last time Eric worked with me was last year when we did a 4-week prep.
Yeah.
Don't recommend it, but he looked great, okay? So with that being said, when we do a 12-week prep in your case, which is what we've been doing so far, ideally we like to get ready early, which is kind of where he's at, and then when we get closer to the show, we can kind of taper off with our activity levels and just kind of coast into it, right? And so that's kind of what he's looking at now. So in regards to being too lean, definitely not. What I'm thinking ideally is probably around like a 185 stage weight, potentially more, just tough to say right now, but he's definitely going to be heavier than last show because he's a little bigger this year. So, all right, start with just your front pose. So I know you're trying to show off all this arm right here, okay? But you're like a little too far. Just want to throw that arm out there and relax that tricep against your lat. Instead of setting up like this, where your waist is all the way over to the side here, you actually bring your chest with you. Set up into your pose. You see how your abs come in a little bit more there? Okay? What you want to have in your pose is you want everything to be level. So it's not like we're throwing our waist over here. This is what a lot of guys tend to do when they sit up in a front pose. They stick their waist super far here because they're trying to get some kind of torque, which is exactly opposite of what you want to do. You want to level out, so sit up in your feet, and you simply just bend this knee. As that knee bends, you can see my whole body shifts with it, okay? Straight legs, flex the quads, and then just bend that knee. There you go.
Yeah, it feels good.
So sit up in your front pose again. Excellent. Face the back. Okay, cool, let's move on. So what he's doing is he's leaning back too much, and he's missing a lot of his traps, and then he's not able to show up the lower part of his lats because he's leaning back too far. Okay? So sit up into your back pose. We're gonna do a few things to fix this. Okay, first thing is don't lean back as much. Ah, there you go. We have no rear delts coming, okay? What you see here is now that he's leaning back less, this separation right here, you're able to see. Eric, that is where you need to be in your pose. Think tall chest, set up for a bench press, and you spread from there. From here, tall chest. There you go. Alright, few things. One, don't lean back as much. Two, you need to spread with your lat.
It's just like I gotta tell myself to roll my shoulder blades back.
You walk around like this too, right?
I know, yeah, I've done that my whole life, and I think it's just from sitting in school always like that over my desk. Like, I've always noticed that. I was taking photos one day and I started, like, Lauren told me, she's like, Eric, just roll your shoulders back and pose. And I started to pose like this, and I was like, holy shit, my physique, like, comes together. Like, it's so hard to like overcome that mentally, which is why I keep like, I don't know, it's all muscle memory. I've been training for 10 years. I've always just kind of like had my shoulders forward and like flex my back that certain way, and like everything involved with muscle memory is just hard to overcome. So what a lot of people do when they get into posing, they come here like Eric's talking about and your shoulders get like super far forward. What happens, I'll face the camera so you can see, is if I'm trying to hit my bench physique pose like this, first thing you notice is I lose all my chest, right? So the key point is you want to keep those shoulder blades back. When I tell people it's like setting up for a bench press. Whenever you bench, you keep the shoulders back and you're in a good position to press. Same thing. So when you come out here and we get into our front pose, Eric shows his chest. First thing you're going to do when you get into your front pose, that first movement I just made, I'm tucking my shoulders back. So I come here, shoulders are back, push down. Now when I sit up into the pose, I have a very, very tall chest, and all I do is just exhale that air. Now I'm set. When I transition to the back,
I'm keeping those shoulders back. Push down, and keep a tall chest here. And then as I rise up, keeping that tall chest, engaging the lats, the rectors, rear delts, everything. When I come back to the front, shoulder blades back, just exhaling. Pull up the air. Face back. Good, look up just a little bit. There you go. Good, face front. Pull up there, pull up there.
Alright, I gotta lift. Is that it? Thank you, bro. For real, that helped a lot. Bro, I want an Anabar so bad. Oh, hey, Adrian, let's get a taste review of the Gorilla. Alright, we got another, I think this is the one we reviewed in the last video with Gabe. So we got the lychee bomb. Try it.
It's lychee.
Lychee, yeah, just want some one day. I like it.
It's potent with flavor.
We just posed for like over an hour with Adrian. We're just gonna do a back and bicep day. Probably hit like 3 to 4 movements for back and then 2 to 3 movements for bicep. Get in and out of here within an hour, but it's here afternoon at Alphaland, Gym 2 workout. It's gonna be good. See y'all there. Shout out to the man behind the camera, my boy Elias. I'm gonna link all this stuff down below. Hopefully, y'all are gonna see some more videos with him and I in the future. But that's gonna be it for this week, guys. That is the physique update 4 weeks out. Back in biceps day. Thanks guys for watching. Code Ogle, all Alphaland, Gorilla Mind, all that stuff, all links down below. Videos every Tuesday and Friday, 4 p.m. CST. See y'all in the next one. Peace out.